is me, Sailor Moon, and it's me, Sailor Mercury here. And today we're going to talk about, well, something that we should talk about, and that's going to be about our names. Now, there's always been a big fight over what names are the right names and what names are the wrong names. Some folks out there, they grew up on the Deke and Cloverway offshoot of Sailor Moon, so those are the names we choose. And other folks happen to watch the Viz stuff, so they'll choose the Dawnlandish borrowed names. Well, almost all the names are borrowed in Sailor Moon anyway. So, but there always seems to be these folks out there that say, oh, that like to choose USAGI over Serena. Why? I don't know. They say, oh, they say that was my first name. So that's the name they're going to call me. Even though anyone who knows this YouTube fairway knows that we only offshooted from the Deke and the Cloverway work, not from the Viz work. But they seem to overlook that every time. You know? It's almost if in their mind it's almost if in their mind that they can't, in their mind they either forget or choose to forget that that Deke or Cloverway gave us those names. Well, Deke gave us those names and Cloverway kept them. And it's like in their mind they want to mind see like they're doing name shifting, like they're putting the names they wish that that we had on the show but we didn't have. You know what I mean? Like when I watched Sailor Moon, either was it Deke or Cloverway, now I'm watching Viz, I will put the Deke I'll put those borrowed names from Deke and Cloverway on there. So that must be what they're doing. They're just offshooting names that they wish that I was called. Like there's some folks that wish that Deke would have called me Usagi, but no, Deke called me Serena, and that's my name. You know? So in their mind, they're just offshooting names that they feel should be there. You know? And there's always a big hang up over the names, and it gets worse. Because if you go into the funny books or the drawing books or whatever you want to call them, then my name is Bunny. But sometimes it is offshooted that Bunny is my nickname. Then it gets weirder because Toon Makers was going to call me Rebecca, so right there would have been another name. Yeah, I mean, they don't know that my name was going to be Victoria, but they shifted it over from one Latin borrowed name to the other, which was Serena. Yeah, you're right, Sailor Moon. I mean, when you think of it, anything you want to put on there? Sailor Mercury? Yeah, you're right, Sailor Moon. At the end of the day, it's like, what's the big unlikeness between Amy and Ami? I mean, one's a Latin borrowed name and one's a Dawnlandish borrowed name, but one could get it in their head that it was almost the same name. I mean, they're almost spelled the same way, one with an I at the end and one with a Y at the end. And I don't know if Amy even is a true Dawnlandish borrowed name. To be honest with you, I haven't heard anyone with that name. So a lot of folks out there don't get all irked over me being Amy, you know, Sailor Mercury. They don't get mad over that at all, do they? No. You don't hear them bitching about that. I mean, if they're bitching about names, it's like, oh, is it Serena or is it Usagi? Because apparently that's what they bitch about. You know? Like, that's the name. So, and one time on Twitter, this is like many, many months back, and this fellow has been hushed and locked. They said, you're saying the wrong names, say the right names or something. Well, in Deke and Cloverway's world, those are the right names. You know? So then they behave as if then they go, oh, well, don't slight our wisdom. Well, if you watch the Deacon CLOVERWAY, you'll know those aren't our names. Only in the Viz world and the Toei world are those our names. Because Deacon CLOVERWAY never gave us those names. So in that world, those were our true names. In the Viz world that you folks have so much onlook for, those would be our names. You know? And why make such a big deal over what borrowed name someone wants to say? You folks think in your mind that we're offshooting from Viz, but we're not. This YouTube fairway is offshooting from Deke, offshooting from CLOVERWAY, you know, not offshooting from Viz, not offshooting from Toei or Toei or however you say their name in any way. So you folks that think in your mind either get irked or mad or angry over the names being shifted around, it is what it is. If that's what you like to call, go ahead, but you need to know that that's not our names in this world. You know, yeah, there's a lot of folks on YouTube who go by those names when they do their Sailor Moon stuff, but here we don't go by those names. Here, Sailor Moon's Serena, and Sailor Mercury, I'm Amy. Alright? In this world, we go by those names. Everyone else is offshooting from Viz. We're offshooting from Deacon CLOVERWAY. Is that so hard to understand? I guess so, Sailor Mercury. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it is hard for them to deal with that. Because a lot of them out there hate the Deke work, they hate the CLOVERWAY work, they hate the Pioneer work or the Pathseeker work. You know, they hate those works. And a lot of them hate the Toon Maker's work, even though it's never seen a light of day. So in their mind, the only work they truly like is the Viz work. So in their mind, they think everyone's offshooting from that, even when they're not. You know? But we still get folks from time to time that will make the mistake and call me USAGI instead of calling me Serena. I mean, in the world I live in, Deacon Pioneer, USAGI is my middle name, not my first name, because my first name is Serena. Alright? I've already had enough of that. You know? You know? And I know some folks out there are going to say, oh, well, that was your first name. Yeah, in that world, that was my first name. But in this world, the Deke world, the CLOVERWAY world, my name is Serena. Yeah, and that's just the way it is. Alright. You want to end this now? Alright, I will, Sailor Moon. If you like what you're seeing, then watch us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Or watch the last film we made yesterday over here with Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask. You know, YouTube doesn't show me any of the likenesses, but he's in the film. I, Sailor Mercury, that's Sailor Moon. We'll see you later. Bye.